Good morning and welcome to or back to my YouTube channel. My name is Evidina and I have finally made it to Nashville, and let me tell you, the journey was a time to be had. So sit down, grab your popcorn because I'm gonna give you the rundown of what exactly happened. Okay, so I made a truck reservation and I made a car tow reservation. And when I was making the car tow reservation, I was like, hey, I don't own a hitch. I know nothing about them. I see online that I can like rent one. Are there gonna be hitches available for me to rent? And they were like, yes. And I was like, great. I do not have one. I need one. And they were like, we will make sure you have one. And I said, fantastic, thank you. Boom, hangs up. We get to the like rental place to get the tow onto the truck. My dad and I are sitting there like, where are the hitches? There was no hitches. It took us nearly 4 hours to find a hitch for this truck because the truck was so big, and then the hitch was also big. And then we needed one that had a drop, but then we didn't have the right ball size. So it was just, it was so much. We finally get it. We go back to the rental place and they show us the car tow, and my dad is kind of looking at one of the wheels like, this wheel doesn't look like it's gonna last us all the way to Nashville. And the guy was like, I've been doing this for 20 years. Yes, it will. And my dad's like, well, my dad drives these like big trucks. Like he knows a lot about this stuff. And my brother's in construction. So they're both like, I don't think so. And he was like, don't question me. Like, meh, 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 meh. And so we're like, okay, fine, whatever. But my dad takes pictures. And thank God he took pictures. And then we start driving. Every time we stop for gas, my dad is looking at this tire. And I can see that he is growing more and more like anxious about this tire. So I'm like, hey, what's going on? Lo and behold, long story short, the tire was not fine. It had to be like 11 o'clock at night. We are in the middle of nowhere in Oklahoma. The belt of the tire is showing like this thing is about to go. So we had to call roadside assistance with the rental place, and they were not helpful. The girl on the phone was like, you're SOL. And we were like, we need help. And she was like, well, I see things in the car. And I was like, well, yeah, there's like blankets, like a laundry basket, like there's like miscellaneous items in the car. And she's like, well, all of that needs to go out of the car before we can help you. And we're like, okay, that will take like 3 minutes. Can you send somebody? She refused to send anybody while we are stranded in the middle of nowhere because I had blankets, a laundry basket, lamp, like random odds and ends in the car. She refused to help us. After being stranded for over an hour, we finally get help. And the guy who comes to help us was like, I saw that you guys were stranded. I just didn't know your location. Like he got like a notification, I guess, to his phone. He's like, I was calling the rental place over and over again. Like, I'm available. Let me help them out. I can be there in 10 minutes. And the rental place kept denying their call. I was furious. Thank the Lord I had my dad and my brother with me, but the lady on the phone was so unhelpful. I was like, what if I was stranded there alone as a female in the middle of nowhere at a gas station? Like that is the setup for like someone getting kidnapped, like something bad happening. So I am really not happy with this rental place, and they will be hearing from me. But you know, we finally get the new tire. He was like, I can't believe we like showed him what it looked like beforehand. He was like, I can't believe like they let you leave like that. And you're like, yeah, we know that. We're like, that's why we took pictures, because we don't want anything coming back on us. So anyway, we get the tire fixed. The guy was amazing. I left him a good Yelp review. And then as we're an hour into the road, boom, 2 semis crash, and we are in standstill traffic for over an hour. And we were like kind of like, honestly, we were kind of close to it. We were maybe like 0.1 miles from the crash. So like you can kind of see everything that's happening. It was wild. So then we get into Nashville, like obviously like much later than what we were expecting to get into. And we unload everything. We're getting my car off the hitch, and my dad looks at my tires and he goes, and I go, what? Because at this point I am well over like $2,000 on my budget. Like I clearly did not budget as well as I thought I did. I thought it was over budgeting, and I still ended up like deep in the hole, which is fine. But my dad's looking at my tires like, and I'm like, what? Long story short, my whole car is falling apart. I need new tires, new brakes. I needed oil change. There's like something was going on with my AC and it was like leaking puddles onto my car floor. It was a lot. I mean, I got it all fixed. I was like, you know what? I need a car. I need to be safe. Like at this point, I've already spent well over $2,000 that I was expecting to spend. What more is a couple hundred gonna be at this point? So we got that taken care of. But that was all happened within like 3 days of me leaving LA and coming to Nashville. But alas, we are here and we're alive. So the first 3 days were a little bit rough. I can admit I wasn't in like the best of spirits. I did try to not project my frustrations of the situation on like my mom, my dad, or my brother, but if I'm being honest, like I was human. I was stressed and just like upset, but it's fine because in the rest of the week, like the next like 3 to 4 days were a lot of fun. I had fun with my family. It was a friend's birthday, so we did our annual boys night out where we get dressed as men and we go out. We went bull riding and oh my goodness, it was such a fun night. And then the next day was my friend's birthday, so I don't actually know her, but she was kind enough to let me go on the boat for her birthday celebration, so I got to meet a lot of new people. So it was a good first week, but I'm actually really excited to start getting into a routine and schedule again, and today is actually my very first day at my new job, at my new gym. So it's gonna be all the super fun onboarding processes that I cannot wait to get through and actually start training and making money and do what I came here to do. Okay, so as you can see, I'm currently living out of boxes right now. My apartment is not ready yet. It is still getting renovated. It probably won't be ready till like mid-July, early August. It was supposed to be ready by June 1st, but it's not, and that's okay. So I have a very limited wardrobe, but we're still gonna do a gym fit with our limited wardrobe. Everything here is brought to you by Amazon. Mama balls on a budget all the time. I'm not frugal, but I like a good deal. So, shirt, long sleeve, it's the color plum. I don't know if I'm gonna say the brand right, but it's on Amazon. It's called like Ostag, like O-S-T-A-U-G. Ooh, super cute. And then we have the Try To shorts. These are the Amazon dupes of the brand Owner Active, and I absolutely love them. I think they are so flattering on everybody. They're so soft and they feel so good. So if you're like, I really want the Owner Active brand, but like my paycheck is saying otherwise, right here. I think these cost me like $25. Oh, and then shoes, as always, white socks, white tennis shoes. Let's get it. Wednesday. Okay, so I didn't film anything yesterday. Yesterday was a jam-packed day. It was so busy at work and I was intaking all of this new information and also trying to figure out the different process of how they kind of want me to do consultations and fitness assessments and trying to figure out this new portal I have to use, that I was like, I'm not gonna pick up my camera. My energy and my focus needs to be on getting through this and perfecting it to the best of my ability before I'm set off by myself. And then even after work, there was just so much I feel like I wanted to refresh on, I wanted to study up on, and then also there was things that I needed to prep for today, so I was prepared. So I was like, I'm not gonna pick up my camera, and I think you and I will both live. But today was a great day at work. Honestly, it was like 18,000 times better than yesterday. Yesterday was like a rough day. So work was great, and now what we're actually doing is we are about to head to a bar, I'm going to get a second part-time job just for the summer to help me financially in this transition from moving from LA to Nashville. So I got a little bit, maybe a little bit too dressed up, but again, limited wardrobe, and we're gonna go meet with a manager at a bar and also stop by and see my friend. Okay, well, I got the job and it's exactly what I was hoping for. 1, maybe 2 days a week max, and I'm just a server. So I start this Friday, and actually my friend who helped me get the job might be training me. So that's exciting, but now it is 6:07. It is time to make dinner. So we're gonna make something super easy and not crazy elaborate. I'm just gonna cook up some chicken, shred it up, and then mix it with a little bit of barbecue sauce and have like a barbecue chicken sandwich with some vegetables on the side. So let's get cooking. Leg day with my limited wardrobe. So as always, white shoes, white socks, blue leggings, and these are again the Try To brand. Super comfy. Sports bra is going to be orange today, and it's the, I think it's called like Eurio. It's like YEORO. Open back, super cute. And then just throwing on a t-shirt over it for, you know, like that baggy look, but like showing off the goods from behind. Okay, but let's head to the gym. Let's get in a quick workout and red light sauna therapy before we start more training today. Okay, so I just woke up from a nap. I really went hard on a lot of the weights for my workout today, and my body desperately needed some recovery. So we're gonna get up here in a little bit. We're gonna make some simple dinner and then hopefully go take a dance class. My first one in Nashville. So my meals are a little bit sporadic. They're definitely not aesthetically pleasing at all this week, which for me is totally fine because that's just everyday life. Just might not be super great for y'all. But I keep running out of ingredients, and then I'll go to the store to get those ingredients and forget to get all of the ingredients that I need. So I only get half. So like today for lunch, I had the chicken with the barbecue, but I ran out of bread. So I just had the chicken and barbecue and then cooked up some veggies, so that's fine. Today for dinner before the dance class, we're gonna have cottage cheese, ground beef, pineapple, and avocado. It's like that viral bowl that's going around, but just no sweet potato because I forgot it and I just really do not want to run to the stores, so that's fine. Friday, more like Friday. It was honestly so nice being back at work and having something to do. Although this week honestly like kicked my butt in a lot of ways. There were very little wins when I was at work. It still felt good to be there learning and doing something instead of just like lounging around. Like it was nice. I had like 3 weeks where I wasn't working or doing anything, and my body really needed that. But it's also nice to have like almost like that purpose and that work ethic and drive start to come back, if that makes sense. Okay, so I had every intention of getting up this morning and doing my back workout, but honestly, my body is so destroyed from my workout yesterday and my dance class that it really does need a moment to just like breathe before I do anything else again. So I'll probably do that tomorrow. Okay, I just really don't feel like getting out my tripod, but this is what we're working with. Black headband from Amazon, big old t-shirt with a long sleeve underneath. This is literally from Goodwill. And then these leggings are the butt scrunch. They're the Yeoro brand, Y-E-O-R-O. And then white tennis shoes and socks per usual. Okay, one thing about this headband is I have really thin hair. It's like me and my 4 strands of hair against the world. So if I use the bands that look like this, but they keep the thickness all the way around, because my hair is not thick and heavy enough to like lay over it, it will cause a big bump underneath. But I really like these because it gets smaller near the back, and it just, I think it looks better with my thin hair. Because again, I just don't have the weight to like hold it down and have it look nice. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is the fit. Super cute. Okay, I'll take you through the rest of this day and then we're gonna end the vlog. So thank you so much for watching this kind of like chaotic first week at work. Let me know what you thought. Like, comment, subscribe, all of those good things, and I will see you on the next one.